on Real NBA.
Push ahead, Monte. Fastest man in the building.
Run. TMC.
I really believe that sports is entertainment.
There's nothing really you can do. It's like I'm hitting you with the right, he hitting you with the left.
Ellis and Curry have been terrific so far.
Obviously, as a dad, you want to encourage your son to have fun and play well.
I cannot believe this kid. Right here. Ball, 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 ball.
2, 3, 4, 5. Our turn now, fellas. Make a statement, fellas. Our turn now.
That's not enough fight right there.
And we're off. Wow. Right here. The only advice I gave him was to try to get a routine, especially on game days. Other than that, it's different area, different time, different city. He's gonna have to, find a way to experience it all on his own.
Final question for you. In a game of horse in the Curry family, do you still win?
It's about even now. Games are very competitive, but Steph probably rules the nest right now.
Hey, this is a big game for us, really big game for us, and it's going to be important just how we played the last time we played them, getting off to a great start, not a good start. We got to get off to a great start.
Smart would see his team do just that, jumping out to a quick lead over the Bobcats. And everything seemed to be going their way early on.
For Wallace, Monte one hands it down the lane, in and out, tipped home softly by Beatrice.
Get back! Get back!
As they added to their lead, the Warriors were providing the kind of excitement that had stirred up so much hope among their fans for this season.
And Oracle is rocking in the first half.
All right, go baby. Better than half now. This team is not going to go away. They got veteran guys that will play and compete all the way through. All right, that's it. We got to get ready to go. Amen. Point out. Don't start. This team's not going to go anywhere. All right, let's go. 3.
Though Coach Smart warned his team against a letdown, the young Warriors showed why they're still struggling for consistency.
No good. High in the air. Henderson tipped it inside to Brown, who laid it in. The Bobcats clawing their way back into it.
Give me a timeout. Give me a timeout. Timeout. Rebound. Shot goes up. Nobody went looking for a body to box out. Just everybody watching. Little things that's going to get you beat.
Once again, the coach put his team on notice. And when Charlotte missed a game-tying 3 in the closing seconds, they seized upon a second chance.
Augustine to Jackson to tie the game. Banked it in. Missed it so badly that it banked in.
The Warriors never recovered, and a night that began with so much promise ended in one of the season's most demoralizing defeats.
121-113, Bobcats over the Warriors. What a disappointing loss.
There's always a work in progress. We said that expectations are higher than they've ever been. We expect to win. We expect to become a good unit. We also understand that it's going to take some time.
Can't make a lot of mistakes. We know that already. So we get ready for the next one. Practice tomorrow. Get ready back on our horse again. 12 o'clock. All right, bring it up, fellas. Let's go.
I think we were in control of the game most of the night. And I just thought that we had a great opportunity to pull this one off. Games like this, there's not a whole lot you need to say after a game. You get in the locker room, get them out, and then get their thinking caps back on for the next game.
That even-keeled approach is just part of Keith Smart's philosophy, as the first-year coach has looked for ways to connect with his players right from the start.
I said, do I have permission to coach you? I shook every guy's hand, looked him in the eye. A lot of them said, yes, you can coach me. Yes, you can coach me, because they were amongst their peers. But I said, I'm going to find out, because when I push a button and challenge you, you know it's not a personal attack against you. I'm trying to coach you to get you better. You be the aggressor to go right to him. Don't let him be the aggressor. Last night we were like this all the time. On your heels, you want to be moving up this thing.
Of all of the experiences that have shaped Smart into the coach he is today, there's one moment that has played a defining role in his career.
Indiana 25. Indiana 25. Indiana 25.
It's now been nearly 25 years since Smart became an Indiana hero. hitting the game-winning shot that lifted the Hoosiers to the 1987 national title.
It was great for college basketball. That's why it's still living and breathing on its own today, because I think fans were just big fans of maybe not Keith Smart or Indiana or what have you, but just that moment. You know, people always come up to me and go, man, when you made that shot, man, I was this, I was that. I would say it's a curse, but I know it's chasing me. If something goes wrong, it's going to always have an identifying way with the guy that made the shot in 1987, this happened. Or if there's success, you know, in 87, he made the shot. All of that prepared me for the environment that I'm in right now.
In the pros, you're trying to do this and defend. They're going to take that space up. It's all right for you to push down through here. Don't do that college thing. Get your hand in.
It also helped me to understand how to manage people. You know, and so now in coaching, I'm managing people, and sometimes they want to do what I want them to do, and sometimes they don't.
I want you to say, I'm better than you. I want you to say, he ain't beating you. That's what you got to say to him. He's not beating you.
Keith has great leadership abilities. I mean, that's probably the strongest part that he has. The players love him.
He's got a great relationship with every guy. He's got an open relationship with every guy.
Me and him have been to the point of almost fighting. We've gone back and forth, and we've been to the point of hugging after we've had a big victory. So we've been back and forth. He's a guy that'll challenge you, but somebody that you know doesn't do it just for his own ego. He does it to make the team better.
Changing the whole identity of the team overnight is not going to happen. But the idea and the direction that you're trying to go in, you can lay that foundation down first.
I'm trying to get rid of this label of a soft basketball team. I want to get rid of that. But you got to give it to me to get rid of it.
This year, I'm trying to lay the first brick down to move in that direction. Has it been cemented yet? No, but it's down.
Coming up next, the Warriors' improved play this season has fueled the enthusiasm of their die-hard fans. And few wear their hearts on their sleeves more openly than the men who own the team.
You know, it really reminds me, you know, of a fan that all of a sudden is just taking over the team.
Like a lot of fans, I sat around saying what I would do. Now I get a chance to prove what I would do.
Hello, this is Epe Udo from the Golden State Warriors. Okay. Hi, this is Epe Udo from the Golden State Warriors.
And I'm Reggie Williams from the Golden State Warriors. And we are about to go in, chop it up a little bit, get a couple haircuts.
Why are you wearing that backpack?
I gotta wear it until I'm done being a rookie. Just something the vets got for us, something we gotta carry on the road everywhere we go. You know, get laughed at, so it's cool though.
Did they pick it out for you?
Picked it out and everything, and it came with a blanket. I just do whatever the vets tell me to do, man. That's all.
I like what I did, man. Let's go, young fellas.
I love Deedley. Deedley, he a great guy. I remember when he first got to Golden State, he paid for dinner for us one time. Remember that? What was it, me, you, Steph, and Jeremy, and a couple other guys. Deedley took care of us. Being in the NBA is, the lifestyle and things is great, but sometimes it can become overwhelming, and you need vets and the older guys to kind of tell you things and help you get through certain situations. So having David Lee, is good because he's been in the league a long time and he's seen things that we haven't seen yet.
808 Camby, more with Joe Lake on the Sports Leader. Joe, when you look at David Lee, you'd really appreciate him if you had a guy next to him where he wasn't like the one focal guy. You buy that?
I think it's a team game. And unless you're one or two great players in the league that can really carry a team entirely by themselves, you've got to have other complementary players. David is an all-star. He scores. He's averaging 10 rebounds a game. He's a leader in the locker room. I mean, I don't know what more you want.
And I'll give you one you hear, too, in the community. Again, he's only been here a short time, but he's one of those guys, when he walks in a room, he represents you beautifully.
Getting to San Francisco,
San Francisco Giants parks to our left there.
While he's still learning his way around the Bay Area, David Lee has quickly found his place with the Warriors as part of their foundation for the future. Lee was Golden State's key acquisition last summer after emerging as an all-star with the Knicks.
Being in New York for my first 5 years in the league, that was what I knew about the NBA, and that was where I grew up in the NBA.
David Lee with the jam. Well, he plays so hard. David Lee with a tip-up, and it goes.
Now to come all the way across the country to the other conference and a completely different situation has been a big adjustment. As you know, the one big difference between here and New York is the weather. It's been about 55 or above every day for about the last 3 weeks. You know, making the adjustment of moving from coast to coast. That's one of the reasons I'm living in San Francisco, is it kind of has a New York feel to it.
So you right off the elbow, David. Stay right off the elbow.
Even though he's in his first season with the Warriors, he's wasted no time asserting himself as one of the team's vocal leaders.
We gotta play hard. We gotta play harder than those guys. We're execute well. We just gotta play hard. Come on. I feel comfortable giving criticism to every single one of these guys on the floor to help them do something better.
Now's the time. We got multiple effort on defense. Exactly. Exactly. Get up by about 20.
And I expect they do the same thing back to me, and because we have that relationship off the floor where we trust one another and that we know where each other are coming from.
Last year there was one side of the locker room and the other side, and there was very little interaction in between them. And David Lee is in one corner, but he's the guy who is always over on the other side saying, let's get this thing together.
My responsibility is simple, is winning. I've put up all the individual numbers that has ever been expected of me. I was an all-star last year, 20 and 10, led the league in double-doubles a couple years ago. All that's really cool, but I want to be a part of a winning team.
Push ahead, Monte. Drop it off to David Lee, and he'll double hammer that.
The good thing is that guys like Monte, guys like Steph, they have the same intentions.
Hold it, I'm gonna hold it. They're worried a lot about this UCLA. They're trying to deny this, exactly. So you hold, you hold.
I said to him, I don't care what you've done or where you played. When I see that you're not doing so, I'll let you know.
But just know, when you come down and you catch it,
now I think he's playing at a great level right now, and it's challenging to push him to become better than what he's been.
David Lee having a spectacular game, 21 points and 17 rebounds.
He's shown this year that when I've said you're going to guard this guy by yourself in the post, he responded.
And Kevin Love's double-double streak ends at 53, and the man who shut him down, David Lee.
I've already told the coaches if I have to never shoot the ball one time, it's about getting on the right track, winning.
With Lee complementing their talented backcourt, the Warriors began to hit their stride. And by the All-Star break, they had already matched their win total for all of last season.
The Warriors win this one going away.
Keep playing beautiful basketball, what you're doing right now. You enjoy yourself.
And as the team continued to blossom, they were rekindling the passions of their legions of devoted fans.
I'm traveling from almost San Jose. I left at 5 o'clock to get here. That's loyalty.
I've been watching them as long as I can remember, and it seems this season they've got more fire.
Up top it goes Romanovich for the tie. Jumper's up. Good! He tied it at the buzzer! Are you kidding me? Unbelievable!
I do like what we've done. Backing up, I couldn't have said that a year ago.
The Warriors win in overtime, 117 to 109.
It's great, because now I know we could grow. Steph's still a young guy. Monte's a great player. David Lee, all-star last year. So I think we have a great chance to grow.
Monte push ahead. Terrell Raymond, the dunk.
What, 5 games under 500? Still, look at this. Packed.
This place gets nuts. It's unreal. It's cracking. The place gets going.
Villanueva, it doesn't matter. The Warriors hold on.
Since the time I was a little kid, I have always wanted to own a sports team. In those days, it was kind of baseball and basketball. I loved both.
Come on.
Basketball's a big part of my life. You want to do things that you enjoy in life. I've loved it since I was a little kid.
Get ball in.
I was like, 6, 7 years old, and I went to a boys' club. I know this sounds crazy. Something about it just made me want to play basketball or be on a basketball court or, I don't know, buy a basketball team. But, but I just did, and it's been with my whole life. I mean, it's like 55 years old, and I dread the day that I can't play anymore.
Joe, I'm going to tell you up front, Joe's below 500 for criminy sakes, huh?
I'm a pretty long-term thinking kind of guy, and I realize that it doesn't happen overnight.
Lacob has spent his business career building up companies from scratch. And as a minority investor in the Boston Celtics, he saw firsthand how an NBA team can be turned around.
Celtics earlier this decade, pretty much dead last. And it took a few years, but they really turned it around and won an NBA championship, which I'm proud to possess that ring.
With the players, you know, Joe has a tremendous aptitude and attitude. He cares about them emotionally. You have to ignite their passion to be part of your team.
Joe's been a season ticket holder for 16 years or something like that, so he's seen the ups and the downs. You know, it really reminds me of a fan that all of a sudden is just taking over the team. He's very, very driven, very enthusiastic, and a guy that cares about the players, about the coaches, and wants to give us every advantage to win.
Warriors win! Warriors win!
Being the owner of a sports team like this is not something that is passive. It's something you have to do actively. I want to do this, I want to do it right, I want to be really involved, and that's why I've changed my whole life once I got this.
Stay tuned for more Real NBA.
This program proudly brought to you by Hungry Jack's. The burgers are better at Hungry Jack's. NBA 2K11 from 2K Sports, out now. Adidas is all in. And New Finish, the once-a-year car polish.
Welcome back to Real NBA.
Feel good right now. Got me a good massage, good rest, great meal. Made me feel light on my feet. Another day in the office, baby.
The growth of the Warriors mirrors that of their star. Monta Ellis has become a true team leader, something many would have doubted just a few years ago.
When I took over the ownership of the team, one of the things I was curious about was, is he really going to be a leader? Is he a long-term guy for our organization? Because there were some questions.
The last 10 months, I have gotten better. And, the last few years in this situation, and we probably wouldn't be sitting here having this conversation right about now. Yeah, go right there. Yeah.
He credits his transformation to his son, Monta Jr., and his wife, Juanica, a Memphis police officer whose perspective has helped to keep him grounded.
I always wanted him to stay positive and not let the negativity get to him.
She tell me things that I don't want to hear that she know I need to hear. Look at how your life could have been if you wasn't in this position.
It just touches my heart. You all know him as Monta, the basketball player, but outside of that, he's a loving father, husband, devoted, very devoted.
It's special because me or her didn't have our father in our life. So having our own, we really wanted to break that cycle.
Just before we took ownership, I had a long discussion with him. I was convinced that he certainly wanted to lead, wanted to get to the next level of his career.
Let's go.
He has kept that up every single day.
Yeah, we're gonna show you how easy it is. Yeah, I'm right here. I'm right here, Flatty. I'm right here, Flatty.
I think that's where the leadership part starts first, is with how you carry yourself in practice. He and I talked about, what is Dwayne Wade doing and how does LeBron practice? How does Kobe and all these different guys? So Monta, this is what you have to do. You have to set the tone with how you work first.
5 in a row. I got your help side, Durrell. Oh, 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 oh.
Good job, B.
I think it's just natural. I mean, the guy came into the league out of high school. I think we were asking him to be older than he was. And so to me, it's a really natural thing, and it's light years different from last year.
We come off and you don't get it, then just come back over here and just post up on this side. We'll give it to you right there.
Monte definitely grew as a player. He matured a lot, being more vocal with the teammates and having us follow his example.
And three, he rises, and hits again! Is there anything he can't do? Double Kobe, he throws it away, push ahead Monte, fastest man in the building!
It starts with me. I mean, at the end of the day, we are a team, but I mean, it falls back on the leader.
He eyes him at 5, now at 3, and 2 for the lead. Yeah! 0.6 left. He has become outstanding as a closer.
It's kind of amazing how far he's grown as an NBA veteran and, you know, willing to lead guys and be accountable and put in the work. So on the court and off the court, he's put it all together.
I've been through a lot here. 6 years I've been here, I only had 2 winning seasons, but with this organization and seeing the things I have seen, when this team actually do turn that corner and be an elite team in the NBA, it's gonna be a great feeling.
Warriors on 3, 1, 2, 3.
Though they will miss out on the playoffs once again, there's a new sense of optimism for the Golden State Warriors. They're confident that the right pieces are now in place. An energetic pair of owners, a talented cast of players, and a strong base of support from the team's ever-loyal fans. After making significant strides this season, the Warriors will now try to take the next step and finally capture the elusive formula for success.
Well, you make movies and you think you got a hit, and then the public, ultimately, and the media say, flop. You make a movie and think, how can that work? And it's a giant hit.
Warriors win!
Nobody knows. If you had the strategy of just make hits, that'd be a good strategy. You can't do that. And you just can't win every year, you can't win every game. So losing is inevitably close to winning. They're inches apart.
They've changed the entire culture, the entire climate.
There you go. Now you got it. There you go.
The difference you see in the locker room, the guy's happy, wanting to work hard, all that, it's a totally different scenario. And I think a lot of that does have to do with hope that the new ownership brings in.
It definitely feels like a college, atmosphere. And I think that leads to chemistry on the court because we want to work for each other, we trust each other, and we don't want to let each other down.
Win on 3, 1, 2, 3. Win.
It's a healthy locker room. It's a locker room that doesn't have some of the negative connotations that go along with losing.
That's unselfish, good basketball.
To me, that's the hard part, is the culture. Now, it's odd to say now winning is the easy part, right? But I actually think it is.
I love the future of this Golden State Warriors basketball team.
I saw real promise, and I think we're going to get better and better as time goes on. It's going to take a lot of commitment, and it might not happen overnight, but we're definitely headed in the right direction.
We want to be what the Lakers and the Celtics and a few other franchises, we want to be that. I know it can be done, and it can be done relatively quickly. It doesn't have to take a long time if you make the right decisions and you're aggressive about going after it, and that's what we're going to do. There's no reason in the world, there is no reason in the world why this franchise cannot be a premier franchise.
Thanks for watching Real NBA.
We begin with the top 10 games from the month of March. Starting at number 10, the Bulls MVP candidate Derrick Rose tied a career high with 42 points, but the Pacers proved up to the challenge.
Nick Roberts with the dunk!
The teams battled into overtime, where Indiana knocked off East-leading Chicago and stopped their 8-game winning streak.
Rose has it blocked by Hibbert.
At number 9, the Mavericks took the lead on the Grizzlies when Dirk Nowitzki drained a jumper with 3 seconds left, but Memphis still had time for an answer, and it would come from Zach Randolph.
Conley looking, goes into Randolph. Randolph, one dribble over Haywood. He hits it. Unbelievable. The Mavericks' 8-game winning streak is over.
At 8, two of the elite teams in the East met head-on. The Heat took the lead in the final minute, but the Bulls responded with key shots from Luol Deng and defeated Miami on its home floor.
3-on-2, Rose. Hey! Oh, what a finish! Come on! And the Chicago Bulls have swept the Heat 3 games this year.
At number 7, Monte Ellis fueled a late Warriors rally with 42 points, but the Celtics held on behind 27 apiece from Paul Pierce and Ray Allen.
Rajon unable to find the angle. Ray just buries another 3. Celtics win it.
At number 6, the Grizzlies came storming back with 10 straight points to tie the Knicks in the closing seconds.
Randolph, he fouled and won.
But Carmelo Anthony would have the last word with his first game winner as a Knick.
Anthony fakes, puts it up for the win. It's good.
At 5, Tyler Hansbrough powered the Pacers with a career-high 30 against the Knicks.
They love Tyler Hansbrough in Indianapolis.
New York had a late lead until clutch shots by Darren Collison and Danny Granger did them in.
Granger, step-back jumper to win it.
Yes, sir! At 4, after trailing the Heat by 24, the Magic launched a furious comeback.
Richardson open 3. Look out, trouble is coming to Miami.
And with a barrage of long-range shooting, Orlando stunned its interstate rivals.
Arenas puts in a 3. And the Orlando Magic have just recorded their second-largest comeback in franchise history.
At number 3, a long night for the Lakers and Suns, who staged a triple overtime classic.
Artest loading up a 3. Overtime number 2. Got a screen, a 21-footer. We go to another overtime in Los Angeles. Bryant with the runner. Kobe's got 42.
The Lakers win a thrilling triple overtime game.
At 2, the Spurs surged to a fourth-quarter lead on the Trailblazers, but Portland came back to tie it and then came up with a last-second alley-oop to put them over the top.
Batum for the win. Yes! He did it! Nicholas Batum! The Blazers have won it!
And the top game of the month, the Nets and Raptors working overtime on their trip to London, playing 3 extra sessions.
Overtime at the Ocean! And we go to a second overtime. Williams scores and the game is tied. The Nets have defeated the Raptors in triple overtime.
Next, we turn to the top 10 dunks from the month of March, starting at number 10 with the Bucks' Andrew Bogut rising high above the Nets.
Bogut goes in and throws it down with the right hand. Plus the horn.
At 9, Blake Griffin with a clear path to the rim.
Griffin.
He'll get an easy one. Oh, real
That's
I don't know.
guard guys going to the basket. He did well. That's okay by me.
In at number 8 is Kevin Garnett, finishing the Celtic fast break.
Rondo back to Garnett, and Garnett throws it down.
And master blaster by the big ticket that time.
At number 7, it's soaring hawk Josh Smith with a left-hand slam.
Josh Smith, a guy who cannot palm the basketball, threw it down big time.
In at number 6, off the steal, Derrick Rose is cleared for takeoff.
It is showtime. Here comes D. Rose. Oh, too big, too strong, too fast, and just too good.
Coming in at number 5, here's Paul Pierce, combining finesse and force.
Pierce goes behind the back. And Pierce with a big finish. Great move by Paul Pierce, the 9-time All-Star, attacking the rim.
At 4, an encore performance from Blake Griffin, this time with a ferocious follow.
He'll step into a 2-ball and then two-hand monster jam by Blake Griffin.
At 3, the Lakers' Shannon Brown adds some extra flavor to this breakaway jam.
Shannon Brown on the launching pad.
Switched it from his right hand to his left hand and threw it down.
At 2, LeBron James goes head-to-head with Kevin Durant and rises.